What's happening, people? This is Streetman Sam. Hope you're all well and keeping safe. I thought I'd start a couple of videos and on Logic Pro X to do some beginner stuff. So if you are a advanced or intermediate Logic Pro X user, this is probably not for you. But if you're somebody that's thinking about buying Logic Pro X or has just bought it and and looking to do some basic stuff and get your musical ideas down, which is the most important thing, these videos might add a little something to you. And you don't have to be a musician and you don't have to own instruments to make music on these programs, these software programs. And there's many out there, but I'm a Logic Pro X user. So, but if you are a musician and you have a bass or a guitar like myself, or you don't own them and just have a microphone, you can make your ideas and build your ideas in Logic Pro X. But to do that, to get through to your computer, you'll need something what is called an audio interface, and it allows you to plug your instrument lead into that, and then you link up through various cables from your audio interface going into your computer. Because unfortunately you can't just plug straight into your computer. Wish we could, we can't. So there's many audio interfaces out there on the market, ranging from price, but I have a very basically two input channel M audio M track sound card, and it does me, and but there's various ones you can do. Have a look, and and as I say, you may not own an instrument, but I've just been on Amazon and there's a mic on there for $7.99, and it's got a stereo jack that you could put straight into your sound card, and so there is stuff out there quite cheap that you can get just to basically get your idea down, and that is what we want. We want your musical ideas down to build them. So if you have bought Logic, good on you. And and it's a great program, and it's quite advanced, and it gets to be as advanced as you want it to be. If you know everything about Logic, you're very lucky. But I certainly don't. But I get to put my ideas down, and I'm actually recording my songs at the moment for my second EP. So, but yeah, once you download Logic, it will be on your desktop. So load it up, and basically for the first time, it will say start a project. And what will happen, this page will basically, this screen will basically come up, and this is Logic's main arrangement page, and it can go further down there when you get your channels, and it's got quite a lot of things, but don't worry about that at the moment. But the first thing you want to do is, and just to let you know, I've just put a little example in here that we'll speak about in a minute. But what you want to do is to open up a channel. In the left hand corner here, near the left hand corner, is an add button, and it's new tracks. So when you press that, left click that, it will come up with options of a selection of options that they give you that you might want to open. So a software instrument is basically a virtual instrument, and basically it means there's loads of pianos, drum kits, basses that you can program and use in Logic. And don't worry if you haven't got a MIDI keyboard which you can play your keyboard on. I don't. I use just a normal Mac keyboard, the writing keyboard, and we'll get into this little shortcuts you can use and that, and you can turn that into a piano, so to speak. So that's quite an advantage, if you haven't got a MIDI keyboard, apologies. So the software instrument, you can bring up lots of virtual instruments, and then your audio option will be if you want to record a vocal or a guitar or a bass, your instrument to go straight in. Down below that is a guitar or bass option, that if you plug your guitar in, it comes up with loads of amps and certain effects you can use, and ready-made channels that are quite useful to use. Some people don't like them. There's some people enjoy them, and then they're good to use in a certain way, even if it's not your final product. So, but they do come in quite handy. And then there's something called Drummer, which I use quite a lot in Logic Pro X, and because it's a great plugin, because it basically gives you the opportunity to get a drummer to play along to your rhythms, and there's some great drum stuff out there, but some stuff you've got to program yourself, and it can get a bit bog you down a bit. But the Drummer is a great software channel, and we'll bring it up afterwards. But once you do that, we'll just add another audio channel. It will come up here. Check your audio inputs if you're going into channel 1, in your sound card, and your audio outputs there, basically, and then you can create. What I will say as well, apologies, if you go up to the top left corner, something called Logic Pro X will come up. If you click on that and come down to preferences and come down to audio, you'll see something called devices come up. Now this will be your audio interface and what you're going into, and then what's connecting to the computer. So as I say, I have an M-Track sound audio interface, so yours should come up here, and then there's various other things down here. The I/O buffer size is a number of sizes that you can record in, sizes, mixing when you're mixing your music, and various ones have their advantages. At the moment I'm just in 512 because we're just going to use a quick example. So and there's quite a lot of options, and have a look at things, but don't get bogged down. As I say, this is basically getting your musical idea down straight away. So and talking about that, basically, nowadays with iPhones and that, where there's a thing called voice memos that you can use, and as a musician, hobbyist musician, how many times down the years I've lost track of the riffs, and I can't remember riffs or ideas that I've got. But I've made a conscious effort lately in the last few years to, if I ever get an idea in my head, which I get quite a lot, whether they're good or bad, to actually sing it into my phone straight away. And and I'll come back to some of these ideas, and some of them are absolute rubbish. I think, what was you doing? What was you thinking there? That's no good. And then I've listened to some ideas, whether it be me singing into it or trying to put a beat into it, or actually playing my guitar, and I've actually gone back and found some really good little riffs that I've, managed to pull out and work and incorporate into my songs. So, not every idea is going to work. So, but it's about having that ability to get your ideas down, because if it comes from you, it's unique, and it's worth working on. So, but yeah, so basically, we've gone through, some channels and, the arrangement page. Apologies about my hand there. And up here, there's loads of stuff what you can do. But up here is basically the tempo of your song. And when you first open Logic, it automatically goes to 120 BPM a minute, basically. So, and you can tap on that and tap in 80 or 180. It's how fast your idea is, or what your song, if you're going to record your songs, or just your idea, for basics. And you've got, that's your 4/4. Most music is made in 4/4. There's loads of time signatures, basically. So, but we just, I don't want to get bogged down with that. You can do your, your song key, basically. But this is just about getting a musical idea down, just if you've got a something in your head and possibly a microphone. And something that I want to show you that you can put your drums to straight away. So so this is a little bass idea that I actually had. I recorded into my phone 3 years ago. I was sitting in Ibiza with my wife having dinner one night, and I had to get up and just put this in my phone because it come into my head, and it may never mean anything, but it's an idea that is to be worked on. So basically, I just want to play you. I've just recorded it, and it's a 4-bar loop, as you can see, and up here you'll see this bar. This is what they call a cycle. So when you want to record something, you can, with your button there, go across, you know, for 4 bars or how many bars your idea is, and then it will record. You know, I have it clicked on every time it clicked. That's another thing. Hey, but yeah, I'm just going to turn that other speaker on. It should be on already, and let's basically hear this. So this is me, just basically, I got my microphone out, put it on my mic stand. If you haven't got a mic stand, don't worry. Just hold the microphone in your hand and, you know, and get past the embarrassment of maybe sounding silly or, you know, not singing in key or whatever. It's about capturing that initial idea. You know, that's what it's about. So we'll just have a quick listen to this. Very basic, you know, not in key, but you know, it's a little bass line that I've put in. And if you go to your channel here and if you click on the sort of name, you can, I'm just going to put bass in there, you know, very simple. You know, but I probably couldn't play that on the bass, and I probably couldn't program that in, you know, into MIDI, you know. So it's about really just getting that, you know, and that won't be in the, you know, the track. I'm not saying I'm going to write a track out of this, but that won't be, you know, we'll work around all of that. But that is just capturing your idea. So basically, when you've got an idea and you want to put some drums to it, when you, I'm just going to get rid of this audio channel because we don't need it. It was just showing you how you know, get one up, channel that is. And basically we're going to go back to the top left hand corner near there, sorry, and we're going to open tracks, new tracks, and we're going to go to drummer, and we're going to open go to create. And basically when a drummer track comes up, it gives you an audio track, and it gives you its interface, and it's a great little interface that you know, this drummer channel uses. And basically there's, you know, this little dial here, this ball, you know, allows you to go to loud and complex beats. You'll notice how it's changing there, or we can go back to simple and soft and that, and you've got a selection of your drum kit here and percussion stuff and the fills your drummer can do, and it's it really is a good thing. But the clever thing about it, which I love, and what we're just going to do is, if you come over here, you can pick your channel up, and we're just going to connect it, and yeah, so basically we've connected that, and then so that's going to play for the loop of it. So I'm just going to play what this is at the moment, with just what this drummer thing has come up, and you can get a selection of drummers coming up, you know, and they play different beats and different kind of drummers and that, but we'll just see what this sounds like. So, you know, good sounding drums coming off straight away, and you'll notice on your channel strip basically that there's some channel EQ on it and some compression already, so they give you a good sound. And but the best thing you can do is once you've got your idea, just gonna turn that down just a tad, but once you've got your original idea and it's looped and recorded, you can go down to your interface, or sorry, the interface for drummer, and there's a thing in near the bottom right corner called follow, and basically if you click that button, what will come up is a selection of tracks. At the moment obviously there's only one track, we've named it bass, and it will come up and it will basically say, you know, the drums will follow that track. So, you know, if you put a bass line in, just, you know, by speaking it and singing it, you know, it can then follow. So let's have a look at what the drums are saying now. Let's put them into the middle. Let's put them down a bit, and let's see what this sounds like. Pretty simple. We're going to turn it back up a bit, and we're going to go more complex. And let's see what this one sounds like. Nice. That was a bit more, you know, energetic and that. And then what you can do is this with the like the fills dial is change your drummer's fills. So at the end you'll see, I don't know where he's gone there, but look, it's changed to that. Well, let's have a sound. Listen to what that sounds like. Hey, bit excessive, you know, you might not want that, but it's just an example that basically, you know, and you know, there's plenty of drum loops out there, but you'd have to go through quite a lot to get that one, and you know, and or get something. But with this drummer thing, you can get your idea in, whether it be a spoken bass line, whether it be a guitar line, whether it be a piano, some chords, or whatever your idea is. And then you can basically get your drummer channel up and come down and follow that. And then it just gives you a groove to start off with, and you know, and it sort of fits your idea. So, and of course you can come down and, you know, back and use the, you know, the simple, complex, soft, loud, you know, and you can do quite a lot of things. And then you can start extending things, you know, going to the next loop. You know, if I highlight that and press Command R, that goes to the next bit. You know, we highlight that, Command R. So now we've got an 8-bar loop, and then, you know, you can go in and change that again, you know. So, but yeah, I know this has probably been a bit of a long video. It's coming in just over 15 minutes now, but just my message is to people, you know, just to get to know the basics of a DAW, you know, your software, and you know, you only need a microphone. You know, sometimes you don't need a microphone. You can go in and start using MIDI. But if you've got an old microphone and a song idea, you know, you can sing that in, and you can get a drum loop up that fits your song, and, you know, start something. So so yeah, I'm going to hopefully do a couple of more videos, and sorry I've blabbered on, stuttered a bit in this. This is sort of my first long length video, and yeah, so get practicing, you know, get buying Logic if you're thinking about it, get practicing if you have got it, and I'm going to do a couple more videos, especially next week. I'm going to show you how I've recorded some songs and used drummer to my advantage, and I've also bought some other drum software, you know, to really take it to the next level. So thank you very much. Hope you're all well, keep safe, laters.